we are standing, holding dreams with open hands against the sky. So clear, it's better than we planned it. This rising sun was meant for you and I.
New York, Empire State Building. This is our day one in New York. We are just out and about to look at the sights. We stayed near this particular park in New York and it was incredible. It had an outdoor skating rink and some other great activities. We now got to the top Freedom Tower, top of the world. Every time we go to a city, we like to dine in some of the biggest or highest restaurants in that town or city. What are we going up now? 107th floor? Whoa! This was an incredible fast elevator. It got us all the way up to the top, and this is the view that we got once we got to the 101st floor. That's where the dining room is. This is where top of the world is, and there are just some incredible views. You got to see this. We had reservations for the restaurants that we made a few weeks before, and we had that incredible table, and that was our view. They treated us quite nicely up there and gave us a glass of champagne as it was our anniversary, and we were able to view the city from the top for quite some time. As you see, we were on the 100th floor. Now the elevators are taking us down. There's monitors or screens in the elevator, so it's not as boring as it seems when you take the elevator down. I love the screens. Gives you a visual of what it would look like from the outside when you move down and you see all the buildings. Just incredible how they have done that. So great job. We made it all the way down, and this is the outside of the building. Just a view from the bottom all the way up to the top. We were able to continue our walks through the town. That's St. Patrick's Cathedral in the middle of the city, and then of course Rockefeller Center and the ice skating rink. As you can see, the Christmas tree was not lit up at that point, but it was still beautiful. Now we're off to Radio City Music Hall. Incredible place. Every time we're in New York, we got to see the Rockettes. So let me show you the inside and a little bit of what we are allowed to film on Radio City Music Hall. Radio City Music Hall for the Rockettes. obviously Times Square as well, of course, a place you must see during any time of the year. This is obviously the winter time and the holiday time. A lot of people out on the roads, a lot of vendors, a lot of street actors and performers. Definitely a lively place where you can see a lot of what is happening in New York. And look at that, Back to the Future. The dock is right there, and that's the DeLorean for Back to the Future. Well, a makeup of it. But it was cool to see and cool to film. A lot of people were interested. Something a little bit different, catacombs by candlelight. So I'm gonna go down there and check out the catacombs in the St. Patrick's Church. Really an interesting place in the middle of Manhattan, one of the oldest churches that is there. We're not able to film or record any of the tour itself, but if you're interested in catacombs, churches, and cemeteries, it's definitely worth going. It's a short walking tour, takes about an hour, but it's a great place to see and get the history on. A little bit of the church on the inside. It was gorgeous, beautiful. The stained glass windows are just incredible. That was the first thing that we were seeing when we started the tour. They then took us downstairs later on and each gave us a little candle to walk around the catacomb.
Most importantly, all of these walls that you see down here, they're all hermetically sealed. Therefore, there's no exchange of air between the
And as you can see, unfortunately it is very dark as it is a walk with candle lights, but you did get to see the vaults. There's nobody being buried there anymore. We did hear if people own a vault, it can cost up to $50,000 to actually get a vault opened and you are able to be buried in it. That was the main entrance at one point. Today it's just a glass roof. You can look down, it lets some light in, but you're able to see all the different burials and catacombs. It was very interesting and educational, so definitely something you need to check out while you're in Manhattan. The famous Empire State Building. As we thought we were right there, we thought let's go upstairs and have a look and walk around. On the way there, we did see the Flatiron Building here, one of the most famous buildings in New York. If you're there, you got to see it. Unfortunately, it was under renovations right there. Here we are in the Empire State Building, lining up for the elevator to take us all the way up to the 86th floor, I believe, where you can walk around, go outside, and explore some of the incredible views that you get from the Empire State Building. Here we are, entering the elevator to go to the 86th floor. I love New York, I love the elevators. There's always entertainment in the elevators with screens or monitors that show you something on what is happening. This particular one shows you as the building is being built as you go up all the way to the 86th floor. Find it very interesting and it is never boring. Here are some of the views you get from the Empire State Building. There's always something to see. Everything looks so much smaller. The Freedom Tower here at the very back or very top of the screen, and then just the lights of the city. As we were at the very top, we thought it would be a good idea to go outside, but man, as you can see, the wind was blowing quite heavily. We stayed out there only for a few seconds and went back where it is warm. This is now day 2 or 3 on our trip to New York. We're in the Hudson Yards. Here you can see the Beehive, one of the most famous structures there in that area. It is beautiful. Unfortunately, you can't go on it anymore. It is now permanently closed to anybody going up and having a look. But we still took the opportunity to walk around and saw some of the beautiful architectures and buildings in that area. Here's a little bit of the view of the Beehive from the mall that you can go shopping at. It's quite busy. It was during the holiday season, so it is definitely busy. After that, we decided, let's go and walk onto the old railroad tracks. There you get to see a whole bunch of amazing buildings, architecture, sculptures like this particular one here that you can view and enjoy while you take a stroll onto those railroad tracks. It was quite busy. A lot of people were out on holidays, but we've been there before where it was very quiet and not that many people. It's definitely a thing you need to check out when you're in New York. You have to see the Hudson Yards. Time flies when you have fun. We're back at Times Square, walking around, wanted to see what else we can do, and we decided to go to Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center is where the ice skating ring is and the famous Christmas tree. And we thought, let's go all the way to the top of the rock, which is also a platform where you can view the city from above. Incredible views from there. And as you can see, we're once again in an elevator with screens that entertains you while you go up all the way to, and I don't remember what floor it was, but the views from there are incredible, and let me showcase these to you right now. while you're in New York, of course, you got to see Macy's. One of my favorite stores in New York. We always go there. That is some of the nighttime views you get. But we decided to go the next day and visit Macy's. At Macy's, checking out Santa. And of course, riding some of the oldest escalators in the world. I don't know how old they are, but they're very old, still made of wood. And Macy's is very famous for them. They're still around, there's quite a few of them. So if you get to Macy's, you have to take them going all the way up. Here we are at Santa's Wonderland, or whatever you want to call it. And here's Miracle on 34th Street. Some of the characters and scenes of that famous movie. It's one of my favorite ones, actually, that I watch every season. Miracle on 34th Street. There's the old black and white one. There's one with color. And there's a newer one done in the 90s as well. All of them are incredible. And as you can see, lots of people around, a lot of shopping going on. The store is always beautifully decorated. There's lots to see when you're in New York and at Macy's, of course. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. Want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you all next week. That's How We Live in Canada, Canadian Life, the New York edition.